Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Shybrin, and in today's video I'm going to share with you my first experience in India and challenges that I faced during that first time in India. So guys, without wasting your time, I'm going to begin with the first experience that I've never experienced anywhere else. Actually, before coming to India, I've never gone to I'd never had any experience of traveling abroad. I've been in my country. I'm a Kenyan, and I came to India for studies. So I didn't have any other traveling experience, or I've never experienced any other cultures and any other foreign thing back home. So today I'm going to start with the first challenge or first experience, what I experienced. The first one is heat, climate and all that. India is very hot, very hot. Like, comparing India and Kenya, they are two different things. In Kenya we don't have summer. We don't have something like summer. We have long rains, short rains, and in between, I don't know what warm climate. We don't have anything like summer. Like in Kenya, where I come from, my city where I come from, the hottest it can go is 28, 29 degrees. That's the highest temperatures. But here in India, during summer, it can go up to 40, 41. So hot that even you can't cover yourself at night while sleeping. Back home is cold, but most Indians think that Africa is very more hot than India. So they tend to think that because we are dark, they believe that sun is what makes us dark. Because if you check North India and South India people are darker than the North India people, and South India is more hot than North India. So they believe that it's because of too much heat that makes them dark. So the same thing, they will think, how hot is Africa? They will be asking, how hot is Africa? So if you tell them that no, Africa is not as hot as India, they will be shocked, like, how? But you are dark. What makes you dark? They don't know. It's just genetics, right? So that's the first thing, heat. The second thing, guys, I experienced population. India, I think, not thinking, it's the second populated country in the world after China. So I never see many people in Kenya like this. Even in bus stations, like bus stand in Kenya, you will have your space, like no overcrowded or something. But here in India, especially if you want to board a bus, you will be struggling to get space where to sit and all that. That's what I experienced here, but which I never experienced back home. Back home we are not that much. Even the capacity of the bus that we use, most of them we are not much. If I compare the population of, okay, India is a big country, it's a subcontinent. It has 27 states. I'm in Tamil Nadu. So if you compare my country and Tamil Nadu is just a state in India. The population of Tamil Nadu is 2 times the population of Kenya, but the area of Kenya is twice the area of Tamil Nadu. So you can tell how big is how big the population is. So it's just like taking Kenyan population and fixing all of them, doubling them into 2 and fixing in half of Kenya. So that's how Tamil Nadu is populated. Another thing, guys, I experienced here in India, and it was a big challenge for me, is language barrier. I'm sure everyone that comes to India, or anyone in India that is a foreigner, before knowing any other languages, what you have to experience is language barrier. Most people in India don't speak English. they speak their local languages. And before coming to India, guys, I didn't know that other languages exist in India. I thought it's only Hindi, so I thought they speak Hindi, but no, it's many languages are there. We have Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, which one else, Kannada, there are many. So where I live or where I stay or where I study, they speak Tamil, they are Tamilians. So the first time I came to India, I was told by my senior students that if you want to get assisted, some that know little English, if you just tell them that I don't know English, they will try and broken English, to use broken English to communicate with you. So the way they told me I should tell them is, you tell them Tamil Teriyade. But that Tamil Teriyade is a Tamil way of saying that I don't understand. No, Tamil Teriyade. English Tamil Teriyade. You are trying to tell them that you don't understand Tamil. But it doesn't work, because if you talk that word like Tamil Teriyade, they will tell you, no, you know Tamil. So they can't even if they know English, that's when they won't even talk English again. They will speak to you in Tamil. That if you manage to say that word Tamil Teriyade, that means you can speak Tamil. They will believe you understand. So anyway, I used to be telling them, Ana Tamil Teriyade, Aka Tamil Teriyade. So they won't even again listen to me that no, you know Tamil. You can speak Tamil very well. So that's another challenge, language barrier. In language barrier also, their English, even with those that speak English, they use some words they use is American English, and back home we use British English. So like something like Xerox is we call it back home photocopy. Xerox is American English, and photocopy is British English. So I was used to Xerox. When I came to India, I never knew what is Xerox. It was my first time hearing of Xerox. So anytime I thought even it's a Tamil word, Xerox, and the way they pronounce also is not even. I don't even know whether I'm pronouncing it the right way, because they call it Xerox. So I don't know. So I was like, what is Xerox? When I asked my senior students, African students, they told me that Xerox is photocopy. Okay, that's it. Another thing I experienced in India also is being stared at, looking at, being looked at by people. In India, the way someone looks at you in India is not like the way someone looks at you in Africa or any other place, because most Indians, they've never come across black people. And not only black people, they are also black. Some are black, even darker than I am, but what surprises them is our hair. They've never seen the kind of hair we have, so that makes them look at you and you look unique. So they will look at you, and the way they will look at you, they won't even feel. There's a way you can look at someone, staring at someone. If the person looks at you, you'll try to avoid your face as if you're not looking. They don't do that. They will just look at you. You will be just looking at them, and as they look at you, if you ask them why, what, they will just look at you. They don't feel like, they don't even get shocked that they don't even. They're just looking at you. And for those that can understand some English, they will ask you some questions. The most common question that I was asked, or they still do ask, is where do you come from? And another question, where do you come from and what? Where do you come from? There are questions that they know. Okay, your hair, how do you make your hair? How many hours does it take to make your hair? Because if we are in braids, if they see braids, they look tiny, right? So they will be wondering, do you use machine? How long does it take to make it? Some such things makes them wonder and be looking at you for long. For those who don't understand the language, they will just have no choice but to look. They have nothing to ask. So that's it. So another thing, okay. in my class. So the question that they used to ask, mostly their hairline it's up to here. But for me, I have a really big forehead, so they will ask, hey, why is it that Africans no hair? What took your hair here? Actually, my forehead is, sorry guys, my forehead is bigger, but they believe that all Africans have big forehead like my own. So they will be asking, what happened to your hair? Is it that you bald head or something like that? So I'll be explaining to them that no, it's not bald head, it's just Africans are like that, because I don't know how to explain to them that the reason why I have big forehead. So that's the most question I normally face in my college. Another thing is gender segregation. Guys, in India, gender segregation is a thing of like normal life. It's normal for them, but for me, when I came newly, I didn't fit in. I was like in the bus. Even in the bus, there is seat for ladies and seat for gents. If you go and sit where gents are supposed to sit, the conductor will come and ask you, go and sit there, or no one will. They are just separated. In the college also the same. So I remember the first time when I came to college, my first day of college. So my HOD, I had to go to the department, my department. Then my HOD took me to class. On reaching class, the students were not there. They went to auditorium for yoga lessons. So I didn't get that orientation of, okay, this is a new student from blah blah, those such things. I didn't get those. So they were in auditorium, so the HOD took me direct to the auditorium. So in the auditorium, there were ladies in front and gents at the back. So the empty seats were behind the auditorium where the boys sit. Back home where I come from, we sit together. Like even in school, they encourage us to sit a boy and a girl, a boy and a girl. We sit in that order. You can't find that girls sitting differently and boys sitting differently. So when I entered the auditorium, everywhere was quiet. It was yoga time. Even yoga, it was my first time of experiencing yoga. I've heard of the word yoga, but I didn't know what it is. So they were doing yoga practices and all that, meditation. So everywhere was quiet, and they were their eyes are closed. So we entered from the back door of the auditorium where the boys sit. So the HOD whispered to me that, okay, this is your class. After this meditation, you will follow them to your class. This is your class, students. So he asked me to go and sit. I went and sat. It was my first, I was the first student, black lady student in the department and in the college. So it shocked them. They were scared of me. One, because I'm black. Two, because I'm a lady. They are not supposed to sit with ladies. And I went and sat next to a boy. They ran. This boy ran, and they all ran away. And I was scared. I was like, what happened? Is anything wrong with me? Did I was just embarrassed, and I felt bad. I felt like I can't fit here. I just felt like not even continuing again with the college. But one of the teacher instructed me to go and sit in front. So the whole yoga thing was just it was a mess, because everyone was not even paying attention anymore, because they were looking at new student that came is black, and that I had long braids. They've never seen such before, so they were just looking and staring at me. So after the yoga, now I didn't even go to class anymore. I went back to the HOD to tell him that maybe tomorrow I'll come for orientation, because I couldn't imagine how they will react in class, seeing me. They don't know who I am and all that. So the stares, guys, and at times they stare at you because our way of dressing, I guess their way of dressing is different. We wear like t-shirt and all this Western style, but for them they mostly wear chuditar their native clothes and saris. So maybe that's the reason why they stay at us at times. But I don't mind. I'm used to now. Those days it was kind of a challenge, but now I'm used to them. And now even there being this exposure now, like it's not like before. It's getting better. Another thing is, guys, spicy food. Okay, spicy food in Africa. We don't. I can't say Africa. Let me just use Kenya. Kenya, we don't eat too much spicy food, like hot food, chili and all that. If we do, it's just small, not much. But here in India, everything has chili. Everything, watermelon, mango. You have to, like, they are used to chili. Chili is everything for them. So the first time I came to India, I've heard that Indian food are spicy, but I didn't know it's as spicy as I found. The food is like you are eating. There's a joke they used to make in Kenya, like if you are invited to an Indian wedding, you will be eating as you cry. So I used just to think that it's exaggeration, but it's true, guys. If it's your first time eating Indian spicy food, you will be eating as tears drop unconditionally from your eye because it's so spicy. So the first 1 week in India, it was so spicy that to an extent that I used to have some burning sensation while passing motion. So but I got used to. Right now I can eat chili anyhow. Like I can't imagine eating food without chili. I'm used to right now. I don't know even how I will manage to cope back home because people don't use much spices. Another thing, guys, is handshaking or handshakes. In India, there's no handshake. Is just occasionally. Maybe someone is wishing you happy birthday or something special. Otherwise, no handshakes. In Kenya, where I come from, handshake is like if you don't shake my hand in Kenya while greeting, it's like you didn't even greet me. Like handshake, shaking hands is kind of it's in us. We shake hands too much. Like shaking hands, hi, how are you? Like we shake hands a lot. But here in India, I didn't see that. When I came to college, the first few days, I used to try to shake their hands, but no one seemed to respond. I was like, what is happening? Then after some time, I just got used to it. So shaking hands here is even now, I'm not used to shaking hands. I don't know how I will do when I go back home because shaking hands is part of us. And I think that's the advantage of it's an advantage for Indians during this corona period. They don't have to be shaking the elbow and all that because shaking hands is not in their system of or is not in their way of greeting people. Guys, another thing, college attendance is compulsory in India. I didn't expect that because back home, college, you can actually, the timetable back home, college timetable is fixed in a way that you might have class today, tomorrow you might not, depending on the course you are doing. You might choose even not to attend class and no one will bother you. But here in India, guys, don't try that. You will not do exams because attendance is everything. You have to attend classes as like from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. No, you eat lunch, rush lunch like the way you used to do in high school. That's the system here in India. You have to attend class at least 75%. Below 75, you are not going to do exam. That's it in India. So if you are planning to come to India, come knowing that you will attend class 100%, morning to evening. Back home, if your timetable here is set for the like morning, class after class after class, no breaks. Break is 10 minutes break for going to washroom or using the washroom. That's all, and come back to class. Lunch break is 1 hour. After 1 hour, back to class till 4 o'clock. But back home, you can go 1 hour class, and you are done, you go to your own businesses, you go to work or anything else. Here we don't get to work, so that, I think that's the reason why they make us be in college, yeah, throughout. There's no work. So if you are planning to come to India to study, you should know that there is no work for students. You just go to college fully. So that's it, guys. Okay, I forgot, before I forget, another thing is during exam, guys, here in India, let me say Tamil Nadu because I don't know about other states. While writing exams, what you write doesn't matter, because I don't think whether they read what you read, the content is after they just, if you write more pages, you will get pass. But if you have the content and you write few pages, they might fail you. So you have to try and write more. Back home, if you are stating the fact, and even if they don't check by number of pages you write, if you have the content, like if your answer is right and you just short, you will get your marks. But yeah, it doesn't work. Here in India, it doesn't work. You have to write many pages. Sometimes you don't have anything to write, but you just have to fill 32 pages to get your marks. And then another thing that I've never seen back home, that I saw it here, is in your exam paper. I saw them drawing flowers. Like, you can get marks from anywhere, like even drawing flowers and some things to impress the examiner on the first page, the content page and all that. You draw flowers, decoration and all that. So me, when I came, really, I didn't know any of that. I don't even know how to draw a flower. So maybe that's what made me not to score high marks during first year. Mostly it's first year. By the time everyone is in second year, no one have time for that. So first year. What's another thing I should share with you guys about India? Okay, guys, I think that's all for today. Stay tuned. The next topic I will have next is how I came to India, and things that you should know before coming to India. I will tell you. If you are planning to come to India for this summer intake, guys, stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell below, so that if I upload the next video on how I came to India and how and things you should know before coming to India, video comes out, you will be notified. So guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe.